We came here to make wine. We're gonna make plenty of wine. We're gonna drink it by Christmas.
This is not your typical winery.
Manuel da Silva. I'm a Portuguese.
We are Romanian, all of us, and we make wine in Romania in many places. We are very used to drinking wine and making wine.
Now, I've been here 25 years. When I used to start selling this juice, okay, almost all Portuguese. Maybe a few Italians, maybe a few Greeks. Nobody from Ukraine, nobody from Romania, nobody from Russia bought this. This man right here, he was my very first Romanian customer. 22 years ago. I've known George a long time. He comes from Santa Monica, down to Los Angeles, every year.
George and Manuel are old-time winemakers, typical of customers of Delicato Family Vineyards' annual Juice Days.
Yum! She loves it.
Juice Days has its origins in Prohibition. You heard right, the 18th Amendment banning sales of all things alcoholic. The noble experiment, which forced the national pastime of relaxing with a drink after a long, hard day at work, going underground. For the most part, but there was a way around the law. Brew your own.
Yes, that was legal. No problem. Oh, yes. They could make 200 gallons a year for the man who was the head of the family. No women could do it.
Dorothy Indelicato is the matriarch of Delicato Family Vineyards in Manteca, California. Her family's story is the foundation of the American dream.
My father-in-law bought this ranch in 1924, and it was a dairy farm. And he, of course, wanted grapes. He had grapes in the old country, in Sicily, and he came over to the United States when he was 17. He arrived at Ellis Island, and then he wanted to come to California because he heard that's where the wine business is.
It wasn't Prohibition that threatened the family business. Times were good for the Indelicato family during that period.
It was Prohibition, and they had an opportunity to sell grapes to the Chicago area and the vicinity via the railroad. But as soon as Prohibition ended, the market fell out and nobody wanted to buy grapes to make their own wine anymore.
So Jasper Indelicato switched from growing wine grapes to making wine.
And when my father-in-law made the first crush, he made 3,461 gallons of wine, and that was it. We probably spilled that much on a Sunday morning.
It's so good, the juice, the wine, the grapes are so sweet. That's why we came here.
That same grape juice that goes into Delicato wines is available to customers every autumn. By the gallon at $3.65 a gallon, up to 200 gallons per household.
How did we get to Juice Days? Well, people, they wanted to make their own wine. So my father-in-law would sell them 50 gallons of juice. Why not? So it started slowly, and before you knew it, we were selling a lot of juice.
Slow.
At its height, more than 150,000 gallons of juice flowed into the gallon jugs, 5-gallon carboys, and 50-gallon lined garbage can taken home by home winemakers. These days, it is less.
We don't sell any more than, say, 20,000 gallons of juice. It will continue as probably one more generation, because it is a lot of work for us, but we do it because my father-in-law did it, and my father-in-law did it to take care of wine lovers, and so we carry on the tradition.
So my husband, he loves grape juice, and I thought it's a great idea to go and take some. Yeah, this is our first time, and it's so delicious.
From newcomers,
We just like the juice. It's so good.
to old-timers,
I like this juice.
the vote of confidence is solidly behind Juice Days, a tradition that goes beyond business as usual to a common love.
I think it's because it allows people just to be who they are, just to relax and share stories, and a glass of wine is wonderful.